So now we are switching over to my colleague Adam, who is in Pittsburgh. Hi, Adam. Adam is our director for the Asina Innovation Accelerator located in Pittsburgh. And Adam is going to tell us about our collaborative approach to innovation. Adam, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Sina. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. So as Sina mentioned, I'm Adam Wynn. I'm the director of the Innovation Accelerator, which is located here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the United States. And I'm going to tell you a lot of the things we're working on here. So basically, we want to show you what our collaborative approach to innovation is. So this is how we work with developers to drive high-quality apps. Next slide, please. Yeah, so we're working with developers in approximately 3 ways. The first way would be to help developers make sure they're building the most relevant apps for the markets. So we're constantly in contact with customers, and we're looking for the best use cases. We provide support in terms of quality. So this is how can we help developers make sure that they meet customer expectations in terms of reliability of apps, in terms of performance of apps, and in terms of how they integrate with other components in an end-to-end solution. And we do this extremely efficiently. So we can provide one-on-one support with development teams. And there's also a lot of resources, which I'll tell you about online as well. But our goal here is really to make developers as efficient as possible. And using our Android-based operating system and development tools, developers have been able to do that very quickly. Next, please. Yeah, so let's go a little bit more detail into the relevance aspect. So basically, to make sure that apps are addressing customer needs, we're constantly surveying customers and our integration partners, our manufacturing partners, to learn about what are the new use cases, what are the unsolved use cases that can now be solved with these more advanced camera systems that are on the market now. What are their integration needs? What are the technical context of the different use cases that are coming up? What are the architectural constraints that we need to consider? What are the new fields of innovation that are emerging? And what are the emerging verticals where new business areas might be appearing? And so, as was mentioned previously, we once a year we have an app challenge where we actually help develop apps around what are the latest use cases. And so we work with over 20 integrators this past year, for example, and we do this every year to collect input, and then the integrators and the partners work as jurors to pick the best apps. And these are the awards that you just saw. And we also support developers in marketing their apps in a way that makes their apps really pop out of the application store. So there's a lot of options to create an impactful page, whether it's beefing up your app description, providing images and videos. The more detailed documentation developers provide, the better. And we coach them on the best ways and the best practices to do that. We even provide support in creating marketing material, and we have marketing guides on how to market your app in the best possible way. And that stuff is available online and through our support channels, which I'll tell you about in a little bit here. And next slide, please. Okay, and so and we're really focused on creating the best possible apps in an efficient way. And so we'll work very closely with developers to make sure that they adhere to best practices, and this helps them to be as efficient as possible and get down to their work of programming, which is what they really want to do. So online, so once a developer registers on our portal, they have access to a vast array of technical documentation and guides. There's additional development tools, also example code and example applications. And this is some of the best ways to get started building an app or a new feature that a developer hasn't used before, because basically everything that a developer could do on our system, for the most part, is covered by these example apps. So they're a great place to learn how to use the APIs, but also a great place to get started in building their apps. We have best practice guidelines, and we have a commercial and technical checklist for developers to be able to make sure that they're covering all the different steps that they need to make their app available as quickly as possible and make it very attractive on the store. We're available to do advanced coaching during their development process. We can share quality recommendations for best performance. Since we're in contact with multiple customers and partners, we're able to provide detailed information here. And we also help optimize the integratability of the apps by coaching them on the proper implementation of the integration tools. As Alex just mentioned, we have a very advanced set of integration capabilities, be this library, be this the onboard message broker, IoT gateway. And what we can do, we can point you to the documentation, we can show you the mechanics, but we can even go into more of the architectural approach of what's the best way to handle a certain integration topic, and work on solving it together. And last but not least, we provide dedicated technical support, which is really superb. This isn't the kind of tech support where you shoot an email and you get a canned answer back. These are advanced technical resources who are able to quickly answer questions, and then they can also quickly pull in the actual engineers who built the features when there are advanced questions that come up as well. And so I'm really proud of the work our technical support teams do here as well. Next slide, please. Yep. So before I let you go, I want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing here at the Innovation Accelerator at Azena. So as I mentioned, we're located here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the United States, and so we are the U.S. location for Azena, and what we're focused on here is actually, basically putting all together what we've been talking about, bringing our partners together, working with customers and developers, and actually working to solve these end-to-end solutions side by side. So we have a multidisciplinary team here, where we have an engineering team who builds the integration libraries, is in contact with the other integration development teams. We have a team of business developers. We have marketing support as well, and even project managers who can help us to manage advanced, more detailed commercial projects that they were getting going. We're looking at a range of different industries right now, some of which are unique to North America. And so I invite you to reach out to us, and you're free to contact me directly, and we can help get you set up and building solutions and applications as quickly as possible. So thanks for your time.
Thank you, Adam. Really impressive what you and your team are doing for our application developers. And to all developers tuning in right now who haven't gotten in touch with Adam and his team yet, do so right after ESCON and see what's in for you.